Guitar Essentials Level 1, that's where we're at, and we're looking at Lesson 1. So Lesson 1 is going to be about the fretboard. What makes the guitar unique? And why do we put our fingers down, and where do notes happen and stuff like that, right? So first of all, let's think of a violin. A violin, as you know, doesn't have any frets, right? So the player, the student or the player, they have to intonate or tune each single note that they play in order to make it put that note in pitch. But we don't have to do that on the guitar because we have frets that separate the notes for us. So all we have to do is place our fingers within the frets accurately, and that will give us the pitch or the note that we need. In this case, on the open E string, this is an E string, we have an F note and we have a G note here. We're just looking at open position. So E, F, G, that's a little bit of the musical alphabet. On the second string we have B, C, D. More on that later. So we have to get our fingers within the frets. Now, and as close to the fret as possible to get an accurate and actually comfortable place. Okay. Now, what happens? Why do we get those notes? I mean, what's going on here? I know that some of you probably instinctively know this already, but I have to explain it. When you put when we start with an open string, right? The length of the string is from the nut to the bridge, right? Way up here. So that's the full length of the string. We also can see that the E string here, the high E string, is the thinnest string. So because it's the thinnest string, it will vibrate the fastest, and it will therefore be the highest in pitch. All right, now when we put a finger down, what we're doing is we're changing the length of the string. So in this case, the length of the string goes from the first fret to the bridge. When I put down my third finger, now I've shortened that string once again. So as I'm moving up the fretboard, I shorten the string each time. Right? And when I shorten the string, the frequency of the vibrations increases, and it therefore increases the pitch. Okay, now let's talk about higher and lower a little bit. When let's look at it this way. The highest string is the E string, and the lowest string is also an E string, and the bottom string, the sixth string. So these are both E strings, but this is 2 octaves higher than this is. So this is a high E, and this is a low E. Now you'll notice that the low E string is the thickest string, moving to the A string, which is less thick, moving to the D, which is less thick, and so on, progressively upward. So each of these strings is a different gauge or a different diameter, and because of that, they're each a different pitch. Each of these strings obviously has a name: E, A, D, G, B, and E. This is from the low string, and we're moving up now. Up, 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 up. It doesn't matter if my pick is moving toward the floor. We're getting higher in pitch. So that's what's important here, is that we're moving the pitch higher. It's the same if we were to fret the strings. So I'm moving higher. This is higher. And now I'm moving lower. Okay, so higher and lower. When we fret a note or place a finger on a fret, the length of the string is shortened, thus creating a quicker, faster vibration, and as a result, a higher pitch. Moving toward the body of the guitar, the pitch gets higher, and moving toward the headstock of the guitar, the pitch gets lower. All right, when we play chords or scales in what we call open position, we call this open position because it uses open strings. As simple as that, right? Okay, give that all a little bit of thought, and thanks for stopping by for lesson 1.